Have you ever pondered on the intricacies of dispensationalism? This intricate theological system, deeply rooted in Christian belief, presents a distinct perspective on the Bible's interpretation. However, like any other belief system, dispensationalism has its fair share of critiques. Today we delve into the heart of this system, examining its key tenets and offering counter-arguments to its most significant claims. Dispensationalism, at its core, posits a division of God's dealings with humanity into separate dispensations or periods. This system argues that each dispensation is a unique stage in which God tests humanity's obedience to his revealed will. However, a careful examination of the Bible reveals a continuity in God's relationship with humanity rather than distinct, separate periods. From Genesis to Revelation, God's love and justice permeate throughout, showing no signs of distinct tests or stages. A second key point in dispensationalism is the belief in a literal interpretation of the Bible, especially prophetic passages. This literalism often leads to a rigid and inflexible interpretation of Scripture. Yet, numerous biblical scholars argue for a more nuanced understanding of the Bible, one that takes into account the historical, cultural, and literary contexts of biblical passages. A literal interpretation often misses the depth and richness of the Bible's message, reducing its profound truths to simplistic readings. Thirdly, dispensationalism holds a strong distinction between Israel and the Church, viewing them as two separate entities in God's plan. This distinction strongly influences their understanding of end-times prophecy. However, this perspective can lead to a fragmented view of God's people. Many theologians propose that the Bible presents a more unified perspective, where both Israel and the Church are part of one continuous narrative, the unfolding story of God's redemption. Lastly, dispensationalism emphasizes the imminent return of Christ, a belief that often fosters a sense of fear and urgency. While the return of Christ is a fundamental Christian belief, focusing excessively on the imminence of his return can detract from the present responsibilities of Christians to love and serve in the here and now. In summary, while dispensationalism offers a unique perspective on biblical interpretation, several counter-arguments challenge its main tenets. The Bible presents a continuity in God's relationship with humanity, not distinct periods or dispensations. A more nuanced contextual interpretation of the Bible offers a richer understanding than a rigid literalism. The Bible portrays a unified narrative of God's people, not a strict distinction between Israel and the Church. And focusing on the present responsibilities of Christians provides a balanced view of Christ's return, rather than an overemphasis on its imminence. In the end, every theological system, including dispensationalism, is an attempt to understand the profound mysteries of God and His Word. And while we may dissect and critique these systems, let us remember the core of our faith: a God who loves us, who seeks relationship with us, and who invites us to participate in His grand story of redemption.